is, I think the native language is Polish, so it might be a little bit wonky in a few parts. Hang on. Okay, just make sure it was an important text. But yeah, today we're going to do for the Try It Tuesday, we're giving it the USB stick found in the grass. So we'll see how that goes. It looks interesting. And let's see what we can do. I may have to adjust some sounds and stuff in a minute, but we'll see. Oh, that's loud.
No, Maciuś, przywitaj się z panem inspektorem. No, to tak. Dzisiaj jest 6 czerwca, nie? To gdzieś pod koniec maja ktoś tutaj podobno widział, że może ktoś komuś jakąś krzywdę zrobił czy coś i ktoś na górze sobie wymyślił, że my mamy dojść, o co chodzi, nie? No to dochodzimy. Tydzień minął. Była akurat wolna ekipa z psem, to przyjechał ten wysoki Wojtek z psem, Kubą. To ten Kuba najpierw full pro pobiegał, powąchał, a potem ziewnął, obszał tutaj ten wiadukt, uwalił się jajkami do góry, żeby go po brzuchu podrapać.
Lay down,
Tam
balls
zaraz
side
po
up.
tamtej stronie jest przystanek autobusowy. Tutaj codziennie setka ludzi chodzi na skróty do domów. 3 dni temu padało całą
I
noc.
kind of missed the
Wczoraj
beginning.
padało.
Hang on.
To co on miał znaleźć? Co on mógł wywąchać? Tyle, że się przewiedzie.
Hang on. Let me try that again, because I missed the very beginning of like why they're there, because I was fixing my light and checking the sounds. So it's going to start ringing again.
Cześć w pracy. Co tam?
A witam pana inspektora. A co tutaj?
Let
A
me
to ja
show you
zaraz
around.
pokażę. No, Maciuś, przywitaj się z panem inspektorem. No, to tak. Dzisiaj jest 6 czerwca, nie? To gdzieś pod koniec maja ktoś tutaj podobno widział, że może ktoś komuś jakąś krzywdę zrobił czy
Okay.
coś.
Probably harming
I ktoś
someone.
na górze sobie wymyślił, że my mamy dojść, o co chodzi,
Okay.
nie? No to
So we're here because there may have been
tydzień
something.
Była akurat wolna ekipa z psem,
happening.
to przyjechał ten wysoki Wojtek z psem, Kubą. To ten Kuba najpierw full pro pobiegał, powąchał, a potem ziewnął, obszał tutaj ten wiadukt, uwalił się jajkami do góry, żeby go po brzuchu podrapać.
And that
Tam
was it.
zaraz po tamtej
There's a bus
stronie
stop.
jest przystanek
Okay.
autobusowy. Tutaj codziennie setka ludzi chodzi na skróty do domów. 3 dni temu padało całą noc. Wczoraj padało. To co on miał znaleźć? Co on mógł wywąchać? Tyle, że się przewietrzył. My się też wietrzymy. Tutaj ustalić coś mądrego to jest trudno. Ale dobre miejsce jest na relaks. Tubylcy wiedzą. Tam leży paczka po chipsach, jakaś butelka po piwie, nie? Tam gdzieś dalej jakąś prezerwatywę.
Ooh,
powąchaną
yummy. I
widziałem,
used
nie?
condom.
Maciuś znalazł jakiegoś pendrive'a, to może być jedyna rzecz, jakaś tutaj nie na miejscu.
Fast. We're going to check
Jak
it
zdejmę
out.
odciski, to wyślę
Once I
chłopakom
take the,
do
I'll send the
komputera.
stick to the IT
I
guys.
tyle.
And that's about it. Okie dokie. Now you are on your own. Using Windows File Explorer, navigate to the newly attached drive to investigate. Okay, so if I come, let me bring it over here. The newly attached drive. I guess that's D? No. But it's not going to be anything. I don't see a newly attached drive to look at. Ignore this. Unless it's not C. That's mine. Oh, maybe this is it. Hold on. Because books. Dear Diary. Okay, so yeah, this must be it. All right, so I guess then we just poke around. Because this needs some kind of password. So we're looking for a password to file1.zip. File2.zip. All right, so I guess we just have to sort of poke around and figure out what we're looking for. Okay, I guess that's empty. Actually, I wonder if there's like hidden stuff. How do you show the hidden things? Properties? An error occurred. Okay. Ignore. Okay, fine. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I have zero idea. I don't want to install any. I don't know what any of this is. Other. Okay. Books. Lord Jim Pieclo. Process wizard. I guess start with a Dear Diary. Oh. We got a picture of some flowers. Okay. Oh, so this person was there. They have pictures of the railroad. Okay. A Word document. Dear Diary, I decided to write in English so it doesn't get rusty, even if this means repeating my own mistakes. Oh gosh. Oh man, there's a lot here. How many pages is this? 25 pages! Woof! Alright, let's see if there's anything about a password. Oh, 4 matches. In fact, the booby selfie was the first I opened him. Whoever did that has very limited. But the point is, whoever's in the right moment would use secured. Although I've seen her unlock it once, and if I'm right, she uses one of the dumbest passwords there are. Well, that's just so like beta, whatever. All right, let's try password like. I don't think that did anything. Nope. Oh, hold on. There's zip files here. File 12345 is password. Password 12345. Oh, okay. Okay. I might not be smart enough for this. Alright, let's see. Sarkola Eric brought Aga something from her parents. They came to the kitchen. We walked for a while, and then the conversation somehow drifted to cell phones, computers, and passwords. Now they're hard to remember. Turns out, in which starting letters are the key. The major difference is that I use longer text I know by heart, or even my own notes as a source text, where Aga comes up with random combinations of facts about her family and friends known only to her. So following her system, my phrase could be, Dad's birthday is DDMM. Grandpa died when he was XX. Aga is from Kawasaka and Beta is from... We couldn't recall the name of Beta's village, of course. Password contains both upper and lowercase digits and punctuation marks. I told them the story of Dorota and the hoax with the sending emails from her account. Can be easily blocked. Was a good example. Okay. So, do I have to read all of this to figure it out? That's a lot of reading. I don't even have an Ethernet cable to connect it to the LAN adapter I guess I'll be using. Sure, and I'll be storing my diary on a USB so I can access it wherever I want. There's a good side of that. I was actually planning to start writing my diary by month, so the fact that this happened today is quite convenient. I'll just start a new file. When it grew humid, but I still managed to spend half a day in the garden, mowing the lawn, raking and weeding. I don't plant anything new. I only tend to the plants left by Mom as a small tribute. She liked gardening very much. I have no idea what the neighbors' kids were playing, but they were running up and down the street with their faces painted white, making a lot of noise. I suppose, but I'm no psychologist on hand to confirm that. Okay, so and then I went for a stroll. So 3 years. So what? This is 2018, so his dad died. All right, hang on. Can I comment on this? Okay, I can. Cool. New comment. No, I don't want to comment here. Up to the top. So, because I want to add comments. Why is that? I don't want to add a comment here. Control home. Control home. All right. Today's dad's birthday in September. New comment. September. I can't spell. 2015 is when Dad died. Okay. Okay, I went for a stroll. When I looked at the windows, I felt a wave of nostalgia. Maybe I should visit Mom's family in Gorzalo. I haven't been there for 20 years or so. And Carol, I wonder what's going on with him these days. I still haven't made any plans for the summer holidays. If I to go somewhere in September or October, I should start looking for deals now. I've saved. Okay, and I can spend it all if I want to. I went to the kitchen to make myself some supper, and I stepped in the middle of an argument. The girls didn't go away for the long weekend. Both of them are working. Beta accused Aga of stealing her mug, because if the mug is not right, it means it was stolen, right? It's always Beta versus the world. Meanwhile, the mug was just standing there in the cupboard on our common shelf. I think I must have put it there myself when I was doing the dishes after breakfast, but didn't say anything. Okay, so Beta and Agnes are the two roommates, I guess. Beta and Aga roommates? Question mark? Roommates? I guess. Okay. I wonder if I'll be able to save this. Make a neighbor. Yes. Sure. Okay. Okay. And then I have no idea what is happening. Oh, the essence of a miracle is its miraculousness. I was wiping the green mug after breakfast. It slipped from my hand. I dropped it on the floor. It bounced several times, but didn't break. No cracks. No nothing, which is good, as it was a souvenir from my first trip to Venice. It would be a huge loss. I had my Asus checked. They told me the hard drive was okay. Luckily, there's nothing important on it apart from the diary from the last 2 weeks. I've been making regular backups since the major hookup, but they couldn't tell the cause of the failure on the spot, so I had to leave it there. They asked me to call them later. Okay. On my way home, I bought some groceries, and then a car scared the hell out of me as I was walking towards the intersection. Some cars started very rapidly and loudly. I jumped up so fast my grocery bag ripped. It made me think about how Mom hated cars. Okay, that might be important. I feel like that might be important. Oops. Mom hated cars. Maybe important? Important? Question mark? The beginning of May is incredible this year. It was a bit colder yesterday, but it was still a nice day. Lilac is blooming. Okay. So lilac, there's a picture, I think, of lilac on the drive. Hang on. Cancel. Hold on. Dear Diary? We're here. Is that lilac? No, I don't think that's lilac. So that can't be the same bridge because there's... Oh, it is. It's the second half here. Okay. So these are of the bridge. Bird, butterfly. Okay. Go away. I don't need to update you. Movies. Blue is the warmest color. Books. Okay. I guess we're still in here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Guys, there's no... One orange tip and 2 swallows. They flew away before I could take a picture, so I just shot some forget-me-nots growing near the ditch. Okay, the photo is a bit underexposed. I wonder why. All right, so this one is on the thing. Hang on. This is, because I think these are the forget-me-nots. I believe. We could probably check that. Let's see. Forget-me-nots. Yeah, those look like forget-me-nots. Okay. Okay, so these are the... It's image. Hang on. I'm gonna grab the, Oop. I don't know what ba-doomed in the background. I don't know. All right, so 9116. Image 9116. Uh-oh. Okay, here. Forget-me-nots. Comment IMG _ 9116. Oops. Okay, check. The photo. I got the plant identification reference guide by Broda M. Been looking for it for a few months. Not that I needed it. There was just a nasty gap left after it on the... And today, Betta comes to my bedroom and hands it to me, asking me if it's mine. And I remembered us talking 6 months ago about some flowers blooming in the country. She really wanted to see the book, although I suggested it would be better to browse through some photo guide. but Betta is stubborn, and once she gets something stuck in her head, you can't make her change her mind. In the evening, she started another argument. This time, it was about some stupid toothpaste. I spent 3 hours on Duolingo. Okay. What are these? I wonder what these are. What does this mean? 2938? Is that a time? Is that how they do like a time code in Poland? Like it's, no, because it's 29. There's no 29. It only goes to 24. Or 2359, I guess, technically. The fundamental one saying that you shouldn't touch shit because it stinks backfired today, like Pepsi and Mentos. A long time ago, I put the boxes of my grandparents' stuff on a high rack in the garage. I don't remember how I got them there. Someone must have helped me. Now I couldn't get up there myself, so I went to ask my older neighbor, Danusia, if they would lend me their ladder. Once I was up the ladder and took the boxes with the photos and letters in, I decided to check the contents of the remaining boxes put on the rack a long time ago by my dad. It turned out to be a Pandora's box. There were loads of bags with old stuff. They must have been sitting there since my parents moved in about 20 years ago. I started to take it all out and found some old hide rugs, laceworks, shirts, tablecloths, wool table runners I remember from our old apartment at Neruda Street. My mom's old fox fur skirt, fox gloves, a total mess, all of it. They were once packed clean and tidy, but clothing moths found a way inside, and now everything was crumbling to dust and ashes at the touch. So what I thought would take a few minutes of my time took me half a day of tidying up, and just as I was about to finish, it turned out there was some glass in the bag at the bottom of the rack, and I was taking it down, the bag ripped, and there was broken glass all over the floor. Mrs. Meow cut her paw because she couldn't miss the opportunity to visit the open garage. And then I cut my foot, because why the fuck not? Okay. And now I can't even return the ladder because Danusia and her husband aren't home. I checked 3 times. It's so hot and humid today. Thank God it's still not that warm in the house. Still chilly in the north-facing rooms. It must be hot as hell in Aga's room. Aga invited some guy over. The moment I heard his voice, I thought I was hearing Grandpa. It was so similar. As Aga went to the kitchen to make some tea, I came in to remind her that we agreed she'd inform me in advance about wanting to invite guys over. She started laughing and said it was nothing of the kind because he was her cousin. I guess she's telling the truth. When he came to the kitchen and the 3 of us talked for a bit, it seemed like they've known each other well, and there was no sexual energy between them. Betty came to the kitchen to say hi, but suddenly her face went white as death. She made a U-turn and left. Drama. Drama between Aga's cousin and Betta. Question mark? I don't know. Guys, if you're here, you're hanging out. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Excuse me, what I'm looking for. I'm trying to figure out a password to open up these files. I went to the theater with Isa and Powell, I don't know, this evening. I wanted to give them money for the ticket, but they told me they got it for free somewhere. I don't believe them. I'll have to throw a barbecue party and have them come over. Christina Janda turned Baral's Notes from Exile into a monodrama. Hey, Shelby Cat. I don't know what I'm doing. It really hit me, but at the same time, I feel it was unbalanced. It was supposed to be about the emigration, or should I say eviction, of Jews from Poland. But it looks like on the way, someone decided that it wasn't enough, and they added some Holocaust themes to strengthen the message. And the message sure is strong, especially with the footage of nationalist marches in Warsaw at the end. But for me, it just made the whole performance too pushy. And maybe it's how it should be. Maybe people should be hit on their head with a hammer to see what is really going on. And there are things to be worried about. It's not good. I try not to follow politics. I just happen to come across some news in the papers or on the radio while I'm driving. But that's enough for me to feel things are moving in a dangerous direction. Bum, bum, bum. When the show was over, the Association of Jewish Veterans of World War II awarded Janda a medal commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. Okay, we left the theater and went to a coffee place. It's only the beginning of May. Excuse me, sorry. But it was so nice. We sat outside by probably till 11 p.m. I remember I had to wear a fleece jacket on July evenings last year. Now it was only May, and I wasn't cold in a lightweight top. We were mainly discussing the performance. For me, it was still very much valid, as I'm currently reading Tuwim's biography, Frightened Blasphemer. It contains... I'm just going to highlight this. It contains passages on how Tuwim was presented in the newspapers back in the interwar times, how he was attacked verbally. Sometimes I feel like today's newspapers copy and paste the content of political propaganda gutter press of that time. The times are different today, I know, but the language, the mindset, the hatred are just the same. Today's response of the alt-right against their critique are very similar to the National Democrats' response to Tuwim's poems. But the March of the Naturalists planned for yesterday was somehow blocked and didn't take place. That's probably a coincidence, but I see it as the light at the end of the tunnel. Isa and Paul gave me a lift home, so I was back in no time. X Confessions Volume 1 is the best. The next one's not so much. I don't know what that even means. Okay. So, when does this diary thing end? What date? May 27th. Yep, so it's about a week later. Okay. Corpse? Hold on. What? What? Okay. Don't jump ahead. Don't jump ahead. Okay. Ow. Oh. What else is in here? There's nothing on here. Nothing here. I don't know if I can even open one of these. Let's do just like a notepad. If it'll... Oh dear. It opened, but, it's gobbledygook. I don't know if that's how they're all gonna look. Let's see. Let's see. I just did notepad. I don't know if that's the best option. It's thinking really hard. Like really, really hard. All right. I don't know what program to open Amobi in. Let's see. What program to open Amobi file? Ah, Calibre, which is on here. Okay, so that's what that, you can do that to open those books, it looks like. What about EPUB? EPUB. Hub. Or Calibre. Okay, so technically this should be something we can, I guess, download and install. I don't know if I want to, though. That seems wrong. Alright, I've had Calibre before. It's just been a long time. Now if I go here, choose an app. Let's see if it opens now. Next. Generic. Choose your ebook if you're generic. Fine, I guess. I'll just do this. Oh no, is it in... Oh. Okay. Well, it's all in Polish, I think. That's gonna be difficult to read. I wonder if there's a way to translate it. What's this? Load a theme. Show. Preferences? Setting. Preferences. Let's see. Full screen, previous bookmark, reference, print. Switch to flow mode. Okay. I don't know. All right, we'll play around with that eventually. Calibre. Just once. The Trial. Oh. This one's in English. Okay, cool. The Trial by Kafka. Okay. And then Wizard of Oz, supposedly. Let's see if that's actually what it is. Yeah, looks like it's actually the Wizard of Oz. Okay. Pieklo Kopiet. I don't know any Polish. But I'm assuming I can still figure things out even if I don't speak Polish. I would assume. But anyways, let's go back to here. Nice weather in the morning. I already planted some potted flowers. I'll have to buy some soil. I'm almost out of it. There are 6 family photo albums. I flipped through them quickly. There are almost no photos from my grandparents' youth, but I guess it's understandable. Nobody had a camera in the village where Grandma lived, and my great-grandparents' house in Ochoda, Okada district was on fire twice. First in September 1939, then during the Warsaw Uprising. Alright, so we'll mark this. Two Fires. September, was it 1939? And I don't know when the Warsaw Uprising was. Anybody know when the Warsaw Uprising was? Well, if it's the 50th anniversary in 2018, I can't math. Let's see what the internet tells us. Warsaw, if that's a uprising. Let's see. 1944. Preceding Jewish-only uprising. Let's see what this one says. 1794? That seems a little bit too early. None of those math out. What's 2018? I can math, I swear. I can't math. 2018 minus 50. 1968. So there's nothing listed in 1968. All right, but we'll put and 1968 question mark. I don't know. There are some more photos from after the war, but a real surge starts in the 1960s. So hold on. Did I do my math wrong? When the show was over, awarded a medal commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. Hold on, that might be different. Let's see if that's a different thing. (1943) was the largest single act of Jewish resistance during World War II. I don't know if that's the same thing then. Probably? Ow. My foot is hurting. This took place 2018. That would have been if it's the 50th anniversary. Math isn't mathing. Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. Warsaw. World War II. 19. Wait, was it World War II? It said World War II. I thought. 1943. So 50 years would have been 1993. Oh, whoops. Let me mark this. Maybe it was just a medal commemorating it and didn't have to do with the actual year. I don't know. Warsaw Ghetto Uprising took place in 1943. 50th anniversary would have been in 1993, because I can math. 93? Why award in 2018? That's like another 20 years almost. I have so many questions. I have questions. I don't know what I'm doing either. So, yeah. There are some more photos from the after. But a real search starts in the 1960s when my dad gets his own camera for Christmas. There are several photos from Grandpa's. Oh, sorry if my camera's shaking. Grandpa's contractor trips. I haven't seen any photos from Libya, and that's the only trip I remember from my childhood. And I found the photos from Zeliznia. And if I cried, of course. How could I not? They must have been taken on Sunday, because I remember my parents and Carol came to see us. They arrived in the morning and stayed till the evening. On Tuesday night, Grandma yelled at me. On Wednesday morning, we were on our way to Warsaw. On Thursday night, Grandpa was dead. Wow. Quite a 3 days in a life of a 12-year-old. But although I cried over the photos, it didn't bother me as much as I thought it would. I wonder if that's, oh, did I close those? I didn't mean to close those. Here. I wonder if it's like these photos. No, maybe. I don't know. It's about to be an ad break as well, just FYI, guys. I think one of these is definitely going to be like the password is going to be like password. I wonder if it's just password. Let's see. That didn't seem to do anything. Let's try this. PASS word. Nope. Cancel. PAS word. Nope. Okay. Let's try file 2. PASS word. Nope. PASS word. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Go back to here. There's some and I found the photos. There's some blank spaces in 2 albums. Looks like some photos were removed. What happened? Did someone do something evil enough to be erased? Ooh. I guess it could have been Grandma's doing. One time I saw her write down her contacts in a new notebook, which she would skip some old friends if they deserved it. Why is this? I called the computer. They haven't found anything yet. The house stinks terribly because I cooked some pork kidneys. That's the charm of simplicity. I had them with buckwheat groats. Buckwheat groats. Okay. I finally saw Danusia through the window. I took the lighter out of the garage, but I saw her talking to someone getting inside a car. I wanted to back out, but she almost dragged me to her backyard with that freaking liar. Then she introduced me to the man. I think his name is Jacek. I said I've seen him around. He smiled sadly, and the man suddenly huffed and drove off. When we were alone, Danusia told me that she has 2 older brothers, twins to be exact, who do not speak to each other, but both of them visit her regularly. The one I saw today supports the right. The other one is a leftist, although he cannot decide. Might be important. In the evening, I took the dancing lessons for the advanced age from the shelf, started reading it from a random page, as it doesn't really matter where you start off. Pure gold. What a weird entry. Or a weird way to, like, end an entry. I don't understand. I'm guessing that whoever wrote these, because I haven't seen a name of this person, is the person that might be missing. But it hasn't been made clear what happened, or who it happened to, or who it happened between. So that's what we're trying to figure out. May 5th. Jeez! Ewa's birthday is in a week. It kind of slipped my mind. I talked to Dorota. She's already bought her a gift we talked about some time ago. I need to give her 52 back. It's quite funny that an expensive peel... I don't know what PLN is. 52 leaves a gap in my budget now. Nothing to worry about, but I need to make sure there will be no more gaps this month. Within 2 years, I've transformed from a person spending 6K in months to easily to a person living for under 1.5. And I don't miss those days. I guess I was killing stress by spending money on stupid things. I have no such urges now. Pure pragmatism only. I took the car and went to Carrefour to do major shopping. I should have done that yesterday because I hate shopping on Saturdays, but those potted plants kept me busy in the morning, and then I was just too lazy to go. Thank God the supermarket wasn't too crowded at 9 a.m. I bought some sauerkraut, but I had to throw it out. I almost puked when I tasted it. It smelled horribly, and it was gross. Even thinking of it now makes me gag. Okay. Betta came to talk. She claims the guy I invited over there tried to rape her last fall. I remember the story. Betta got a gym pass as a gift. She went to the gym, and she came back frightened and scratched up. She said someone was trying to pick her up. Then he started to follow her, even tried to undress her. The whole story was as chaotic as Betta herself, with no specifics whatsoever, but she didn't want to talk to the police. I asked her what she wanted to do about it, to talk to Aga about it, or if she wanted me to talk to, but she just hissed and asked me how I could have thought of something like that. What? Weird. This is so strange. I have some problems downloading photos from my cell phone to the PC, while downloading them to my obsolete laptop goes smoothly. But the stupid laptop won't download the photos from my camera. It keeps on crashing. I have to launch the task manager and kill the process. I could transfer the photos from a memory card. That's exactly why I bought the adapter. But it's so inconvenient, and there's no Wi-Fi, so I have to fiddle with the damn photos each time. At the same time, the laptop hard drive is ridiculously small, so downloading photos from the camera makes no sense. It's better to download them to the PC, and then to move the ones I need to the USB stick. Okay. I sold a copy of the Master Margarita on Allegro today. I still have 2 copies left. One of them has always been on the shelf at my parents' house, and the other one I got from Grandma years ago, so I'm attached to it. I guess both will stay with me. I actually have that book. The Master and Margarita. We were going to read it for book club, and then we decided to go with a different pick. But I had a bunch of stuff already in a cart, so I just threw it in and grabbed it. I think it was like $4, maybe. Hold on. At the end of each... I guess they do talk about books at the end of each thing, entry. So maybe that's what it is. They just aren't very good at labeling or whatever. May 6th. Doesn't it end on... Oh, May 27th, I think it is. Yeah, because we're only like 5 pages done. Maybe this month will be nice to me after all. Isa called to tell me that a job is looking for me. A friend of a friend owns a huge archive, a few thousand negatives, and he wants them all cleaned and scanned. I agreed to meet him on Tuesday. Isa told me that they are finishing work on a comic book drawn by Powell's friend. Zukowski is involved in the process, which reminds me that he still haven't given me everything back. She joked that I'm the only person she knows who went off the grid and moved to the I can't say that. Mountains without actually leaving Warsaw. Technically, she was wrong. My parents' house is in Marki, not Warsaw. I laughed with her, but also cried a bit inside, as at the moment I realized the price I had to pay for that. It suddenly occurred to me that arranging the old stuff, documents, photos, cleaning, gardening, all the things I didn't have time for before are actually just ersatz activities I come up with to feel like something is happening. I guess you don't have to stare into the abyss to lose your mind. It's sufficient to look at nothing long enough. Some evenings it gets to my mind. I keep busy not to feel the boredom. Please let something happen. Not too much, something, anything. Fuck it all, throw it all away, just like that. Take the camera, 2 pairs of knickers, leave the house, get on a random train, and go to the end of the world. Somewhere near Nepal or Morocco. I don't care. Quick reality check. Who is going to feed Miss Meow? An attempt at adulting. I won't run away from myself. Gosh, I'm acting like a 20-year-old. But kids are so lucky. They can always run to mommy or at least curl up in fetal position and suck their thumb. Sure. After dinner, I went out with the trash and came across Danusha. She was watering the garden. I came to the fence to chat with her, but she clearly wanted more. She told me the whole story of her brothers. Danusha is the youngest. The twins were born a few years before her. Both of them are engineers. One specializes in railway engineering, the other in energy engineering. They used to be inseparable, but when they both applied to a technical university in the deep socialist mid-70s, they were accepted to different majors and they parted ways. It so happened that one of them became friends with the illegal political opposition as it existed at the time. Workers' Defense Committee or something like that. Very Catholic branch, and the other one joined the Socialist Union of Polish Students. But both did it for the right cause, Danusha said. They both wanted to fight social injustice, but one of them wanted to do it from within the system, and the other one was sure that was impossible. Not 100% sure it was just like I wrote it down. Though Danusha's story was pretty chaotic. And then her husband came back and interrupted her, and the rest of the conversation was about cars and problems with cars. I can see Danusha is deeply moved by this whole situation. And then I remembered Mom mentioning twins who weren't speaking to each other. She must have known their story. Danusha was a friend of hers. Oh. And I could be saying her name wrong. Knew about the twins' history. Let's say that. Okay. I finished reading Tu Wim's biography, a gloomy read, and it made me revisit his poems. Many are still relevant today, maybe even more relevant than less than 20 years ago. Horrible dwellers keep on horrifying. The ball at the opera goes on at its frenzied pace, and if you dare to speak up, you're a scabby Jew. And the language of the ball at the opera is as alive as it used to be in Tu Wim's. Okay. Here's another one of these numbers, which I don't know what they mean. 34, 38. The other one was 29, 38. $29, 38, 34, 38. Did they all end in 38? Nope. 29, 23. $35, 16. 35, 16. 35, 16. 28, 11. So there's a bunch of these. that I don't know what they mean. Let's see. I wonder if it means like the temperatures, like high of 28, low of 11. No, that doesn't make sense either because it's all still in May, and that would be a big, big difference. Oh, hold on. Today was so boring and empty. I had to go jogging, but I did poorly. 35:56. Ah, timestamps of jogs. Okay, so I think that's what that means. Like exercise timestamps. Let me see. These might refer to timestamps of jogs. That would be my best guess at this moment, because it looked like that one I found. All right. Yeah, I didn't quite nail it today. My time was okay, but it could have been much better. I enjoyed jogging today until I reached the footbridge. Some dogs started jumping on me, and I had to stop. The dog's owner says dogs didn't bite. It was not his problem that it got my leggings all dirty and scraped, obviously. All right, so there was a stranger on the bridge with dogs, which would explain why the other dog was, like the scent dog, was all excited. I was on my way to the post office to mail a copy of The Master and Margarita to the new owner when Mr. Janos saw me and struck up a chat. He was painting the fence, which is part of his duties on our housing estate, and he was attempting to talk to anyone passing him by, which is a part of his daily routine. He was limping badly. When I asked him about it, he said that these bastards' car hit him as he was going home from work. But we will show them where they belong. Same car that almost hit our narrator? Same car that almost hit. I'm gonna put author. Or I'll put owner. It's the owner of the flash drive. Owner? Question? It occurred to me that Mr. Janos must have looked like Jerzy Sonoda when he was young. Short, skinny, dark-haired, like a gypsy. His Hungarian-sounding name would fit the description, but when I asked him about it, he snorted that he's a 100% Pole. Lilacs are starting to shed blossom, though they still smell like crazy. I checked the old photos 2 years ago on May 16th. They looked fresher than today, which is 10 days earlier. April was very warm this year. It's probably because of that. Taking the USB stick out every time I put the laptop in sleep mode makes no sense. I guess it's an old habit I developed back in the day when I was carrying my projects on the stick. Well, not on this one, between the office and home. I called the computer repair people again. They told me it isn't worth repairing my laptop and I should get a new one. Well, that's a pickle because my budget doesn't allow for such an extravagance. The Ministry of Lack of Finance says girls pay a total of $1,400 of rent while water, electricity, and other general Other G&A expenses amount to $900, so that leaves me with $500, which I save for taxes and heating. Fotolia and Shutterstock pay me $400 monthly, and I use that money to pay my social insurance and accounting fees. AdSense on my website generates about $1,200, so I usually have enough money to survive a month without risking being hungry. I have a large stash of money I won't touch and a smaller stash of money, $7,000, but that's supposed to pay for my holiday, so I won't touch it as well. And then there's Terra Incognita Hic Sunt jobs. Last month was tough, but in March I managed to do some commissioned work. I earned $5,000 of take-home pay, and I managed to add something to my portfolio. Maybe that scanning job would do it. Did I mention the low fuel indicator lighted up as I was on my way from the supermarket? Oh my goodness, okay. This person writes journal entries like I feel like I did in like middle and high school. Like, some birds shat all over the brass house numbers. I cleaned it up. Not squeaky clean, but at least I wiped off these white streaks of bird poop. Number 3 is a bit loose. Number 9 is fixed up as it should be. I'm going to mark that because there's numbers in it, and I don't know if those are important or not. Aga's friend was here again. I caught them talking in the kitchen. His name is Eric. Eric. One word led to another, and soon I found out he works as a gym instructor. I asked him if he worked in the gym Betta told me about. He said he didn't, but he knew the place. Okie dokie. There's something off about this guy. One moment he's funny, the other he's scaring me. I remember his type from my childhood holidays in Zalizna. There would be these village Romeos, styled after Burt Reynolds, checking us out, and Eric reminds me of them. The difference is he's less of a macho and more of a hipster, with his hair gel, his skinny jeans, and an iPhone in his back pocket. He would constantly wave his phone about so that I would notice it. Finally, I grew tired of waiting for him to drop it on the floor, so I politely asked him about it. Oh, it's an iPhone special edition, he said, emphasizing special part. He's really good looking, actually, and he works out, so I guess he's quite attractive, but at the same time, there's something wrong about him. Aga told me she found a new job. Based on the description, I assume she'll be working somewhere around... Yep, she starts in a week. She told me in secret that Eric is dyslexic and has great problems with spelling, so when they asked him to prepare training plans at the gym, he asked her for her help. All right, 35.56. Wait. Okay. Yeah, so I'm guessing that these are jogging times that she's, I think it's a girl, been putting. Today was so boring and empty that I had to go jogging one more time, but I did poorly. Why, oh why, is nothing happening lately? I took a random crime story from Dad's bookshelf. I've never read a story about Inspector Wallander, but I must say it reads quite well. All right, Inspector Wallander. I am only 7 pages through this Dear Diary, and I don't think I've figured out what I'm looking for yet. Maybe I should jump to the end. Should I jump to the end and see? Let's see. I wonder if there's anything about like a zip file. Nothing about zip. File. No. What about... I already tried password. Unlock. I've seen her unlock it once. If I'm right, she uses one of the dumbest passwords there are. I wonder if it has her birthday in here. Birthday. Today I managed to get up with the chickens. It's Iwa's birthday. But we're looking for Beta's birthday, right? Stupid thought during one of is his dad's birthday party. Someone explained what a Heisenberg's train. You know, it's exact speed, but you don't know if it's positioned on the tracks. Heisenberg's Beta. Is she there? There's a bunch of birthday mentions. I just don't know if it mentions Beta's birthday. And I don't know what, yeah, there's, Iwa? But these are for her phone, not for, I don't know. Because password didn't bring up anything. It turns out I know a good scandal when I see one. Dorota lost her cell phone yesterday. I mean, she either lost it or someone stole it. Name she. But by that time, someone has already started pulling pranks. Some punk sent a photo of a naked boob to all her Gmail contacts. So now Dorota is calling everyone in Warsaw to explain what happened, and her husband is trying to get control over the apps she's been using, and to check if any other prank was pulled. In fact, this buoy was the first item I opened in my mailbox today. Whoever did that has a very limited amount. But the point is, whoever in the right mind would use no security mechanism on their phone. But I think the same time I found a solution of a person. I think I know who the woman I saw at Marta's place. Paris said da-da-da-da. Remaining negatives. I'm just kind of scanning to see. So there's, okay, so basically, if you weren't here at the beginning, when you start the game up, it shows a video. And it shows that there's these two guys. They're inspecting an area near a bridge, which I think is, I think it's this bridge. And they're actually looking a little bit further, kind of in the opposite direction of here. You know, like if you were to turn around and face the other way, over here in the grass. They found, if this is the same bridge, there's a bus stop and some stuff nearby, and some people reported that they saw a person over in this area possibly doing harm to another person. And a week later, so this is the last entry from here, is the same date, I think, that the thing happened, that whatever happened. So around May 27th, said thing happened, it was reported, and a week later, these two investigators were sent out. So they pick up the flash drive, and now you have it, and you're looking through it. So basically, here's the thing. It gives you there's 3 files to unlock, but they're all password. But when I open the flash drive, or when I open the disk, there's all this stuff on it. So there's some movies. There's the things you need to, like, I guess, read, the doodads. And then there's some books. And then this is what I'm reading right now, is the Dear Diary. Yeah, there's thunder outside. We got a storm rolling through. Let me see. Yeah, basically the rest of the day until about 6 p.m. It's going to be storming. Yeah, we're getting told it's severe weather for the next 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, so there's these 3 files, and you can click on it. I wonder if you can extract it. So I want to create switch to ensure that directory does not exist. Okay. File 1 open. Let's see this. Okay, it won't let me extract it. But there's files within these that are password protected, which I think line up with the other. And then there's some pictures. And I'm guessing reading through I wonder if there's any hidden. Show more options. Properties? Hidden? Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to unlock stuff on this drive. I guess this is proving that I am not a very good detective when it comes to this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I should like try searching for it or just keep reading through it and it'll start to like fall into place. Stupid thought. During one is his dad's birthday, so I explained what he has me. Maybe this whole reset thing is a stupid idea. I saw a sale. This one only had one hind wing. I wonder if that's that butterfly in here. Yeah. So that's that swallowtail. Is there information about this? Like, can we see, like, the details? How do you see the details of a photo? Here. So 10:39 a.m. on the date, I guess. Here, Martina, I think is the lady. Maybe? Are these all by Martina? I wonder if that's her name. Look, I figured something out. Ha ha! I don't know what it helps me with, but since she's the name on everything, because I know she took this picture. All right, so her name is Martina. We have figured something out. I'm just gonna put it here at the beginning. Her name is Martina Marowska. From the photo author details. Okay. I wonder if it says that on here too. If I go to Dear Diary, here. It doesn't have anything. Properties, let's see. Hmm. Okay. Don't know. Does it have that kind of details? It is pouring outside right now. I think I'm gonna take a little break because I have been going for about an hour ish, 20 minutes ish, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little break. I shall be right back. Let me do a thing where I take this, I copy this, and I come over to here and I paste it here, and I move it there. All right. I shall return soon. Okay. Maybe not. Hang on. All right, hopefully the music's not too crazy. Just give it a hot moment. Okay, I'm back. I do have like a little bit of salad to eat, but I don't know what I'm doing. Threw together like a little taco salad. We got some ground beef. We got some black beans, lettuce, cheese, red onion, lime juice, and some kind of dressing stuff. I don't know. It was like a cilantro lime avocado dressing that I just squirted on. I don't know what I'm doing. But it is storming pretty bad here, so I don't know actually if I'll have much more time. I might play some more of this. Oh, are you busy with your resin and stuff? I'm not sure about playing tonight either if our internet and everything crashes. This storm's pretty gnarly. I was outside and it's coming down pretty hard. Yeah, what were we on page 7, I think? Oh, maybe made it to here. I'm gonna put here's where I left off. I might add a bookmark. How do I add a bookmark? It's been a while since I had to add a bookmark. References? No. Review? Oh, no. Insert. No. I'll just put a comment here. Left off here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I get it. Yeah. Snuggle kitty. Hopefully the dice work themselves out. Otherwise, yell at them, scream at them, do what you gotta do. But yeah, I get it. I'm sorry you're not in a good mood. I'm trying not to crunch too loudly in your ears. I mean, it's just lettuce, so it's not super loud. I don't know, I'm debating about switching over to stitching for a bit, because reading this is making my mind melt. Oh, sorry, my headphones up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's understandable. Especially if they were from the same litter and stuff. It's genetics suck, man. I hope you do find out that it is something really, really simple, like a UTI or, I'm trying to think what else would be really simple for cats. Hairball. I think Maeve is a little unsettled by the storm. She was like, it is loud out there, guys. Constipation, there you go. She just has to shit really bad. One big poop and she'll feel better. Oh, I'll keep my fingers crossed that it is something easily remedied and cheaply remedied, because I know vet bills can be expensive as well. And she gets better quickly. Yep. No worries. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pause here, eat my salad, and decide if I'm gonna come back to this or if I'm going to switch over to some stitching for a bit, maybe, or just call it a day. Especially with the storm raging outside. It's so loud outside. I'm gonna just stick it on my desktop for now. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and stop the game. Confirm. There's no way to, like, save your data, but we'll do. Hope everything gets better. Keep us posted, and if we don't chat tonight, we'll chat next week. Also, keep me posted on the Fight Ice with Dice stuff, so I can get everything set up for that, but I'll definitely look to set something for that up for you. Excuse me. So, alright, I'm gonna be right back. Oh my goodness, it's giving me the hiccups. I'll be right back after I eat my salad.